to determine which puppies were best suited to become guide dogs. The trainers called them all over, and most of the puppies came racing in at full speed. Tails were wagging, eager to please, all except for one little pup, who just sat there looking a bit dazed. It blinked and stared off into space for a few seconds, then it finally trotted over, tail wagging like it just remembered. "Oh right, that's me." Once it got here, it plopped down on the ground, looked up at the trainer to be asking. This seemingly slow and clueless pup ended up getting picked as one of the top candidates to become a guide dog because it was calm and collected, exactly the kind of temperament a guide dog needs. And just like that, Little Q said farewell to its first home and was taken to the guide dog training center. A year has gone by. Little Q had experienced significant physical growth, but mentally, I'm still a bit of a puppy compared to the rest. It didn't quite match in, but back home, I was spoiled with delicious treats. So now, faced with nothing but plain old kibble, Little Q scrunched up its nose and kicked the food bowl away, during obedience training. While the other dogs were listening and following commands, Little Q just lay down on the floor, totally unbothered. No amount of calling could get it to budge. But the trainer didn't throw in the towel. Instead, he chose patience and encouragement. He softly rubbed there's a birthmark on Little Q's belly and said, "You're one of a kind." Just as if it understood, Little Q gradually started to coming weak. It was trained rigorously. The coach thought, "Welch, maybe it's just a late bloomer." One day, something happened. The trainer had to take a step back. Before leaving, he told Little Q, "Stay right here, don't move." And that's precisely what Little Q did. Lay down and waited, then waited some more, and then waited even longer. But the trainer got so busy with the other dogs, he totally forgot he had left Little Q there, until one of the other dogs made him see it. Little Q was still in the same spot, hadn't budged an inch. The trainer couldn't believe it. Little Q had accomplished something truly extraordinary. It fought against its instincts. It managed its impulses. It's something that even most humans find difficult, and on top of that, its memory was remarkable. During street training, it remembered every curb, every turn, every step. The trainer grew more and more impressed. Finally the big day came, the guide dog final test. When the starter pistol fired bark, most dogs panicked by ant. Some ran but not Little. It stayed calm, sitting quietly in place. That moment sealed it. Little Q became the very first to officially qualify as a guide dog. Soon after, it was paired with man. Little Q had a new purpose, but the beginning wasn't easy. The man's movements were stiff and uncertain. At a very turn, hesitated, headed fully trust Little Q eventually on familiar streets. Hester did Torella until a truck roared past, startling him. Sabadly broke into a cold sweat. At one point, they came across an obstacle. Little Q stopped, but the man tried to push forward anyway, then blamed Little for it going downhill. He ignored Little Q's signals again, and ended up taking and Owathapan necting at Tumble. Want to drop a little in the comments. I'll tell you the rest of the story soon.